Change is hard. I know people make it seem like a walk in the park and they tell you to change yourself, reinvent yourself, go to 2.0 and all that, but it is a different story in the real world. As much as we would love to change, our inherent nature prefers to stay where it is, especially when we don't know exactly how to do it. Can you now see that the fight for greatness is between you versus you? And as you may know, reinventing yourself is an important step to staying relevant in today's rapidly changing world. This is why Ume Kolintibube, aka the Success Soldier, has brought together 12 profound speakers in a 6-day conference titled REINVENTION 2023, disrupting you for global relevance. The speakers are Awesomeness Eswabana, Ni Shoinka, Dr. Onyeka Chiemele, Jasper Ifeanyi, Shegun Manuel, Mark Idiahi, Emmanuel A. Amadu, Solomon Ota, Elisha Maman, Frederick Namdi Ibembo, Okoye Idioma Dicta, Raymond Okpani. The panelist, the energetic EJ, Pressure Chukwemeka Wonsu, and the keynote speaker, Emmanuel Olatunji, EGA. Regardless of your background or status, this is your chance to redesign your life and transform into the next level you. Click the link anywhere around this video to register for this life-changing conference. See you there.
I am not afraid of an army of lions led by a sheep, but I'm afraid of a pack of sheep led by lions. I came here to raise lions. I came here to provoke you. I came here to disrupt you. I came here to set that fire inside you. No matter the recession in the forest, a lion will never eat grass. Monkey know the bongo. No. A lion is not the tallest animal in the jungle. A lion is not the biggest animal in the jungle. A lion is not the fattest animal in the jungle. A lion is not the fastest animal in the jungle. So if you ask the lion, did you pass your fastest animal exam? He will say no. Did you pass the longest animal in the jungle? He will say no. Did you pass the biggest animal in the jungle exam? He will say no. Did you pass the wisest animal in the jungle? So what did you get in fastest? F. What did you get in strongest? F. What did you get in this one? F. What did you get in this one? F. So in your school set exam, you get F, 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 F. No problem. But yet he's the king of the jungle. Your academics is not a guarantee for your success. Keep your first class one side. Keep your 2-1 one side. Keep your 2-2 one side. Show me your attitude. A lion will look at an elephant. He say, I will eat this. Because that is how he thinks. An elephant will see it and run away. It is not a function of your size. It is a function of your attitude. Walk to that person and say, you need to be in this platform, otherwise you will look for me tomorrow. Start talking to them now. Stop pitying them. Time is ticking. TikTok. Where are my lions? Can I hear you say ahoo? So at this point in time, it is important that you know that decisions make men. What decision do you want to take today? What decision do you want to happen in your life? What decision do you want to see in 5 years' time? Everybody overestimates what you can accomplish in 1 year, but you underestimate what you can accomplish in 5 years. Stop thinking short term. Think about the long term. Money follows attention. You are too quiet for success. Once you make noise, you command attention. Hey. We don't show. Everybody was born naked. Everybody. There is nobody I know that came out with shoes, iPad, BlackBerry, nobody. Everybody came out naked. The only thing a baby comes out is the fear of falling down and the fear of a loud noise. Every other thing you learned to be poor. So if you're going to be successful, you have to unlearn poverty and learn success. Unlearn poverty and learn success. I was tired of 1,000, 5,000, 20,000. I was tired. My brother, small money is bad. So I wrote on my wall 100 million. I wrote it on the wall, big with paper. I will lie down by my bed on the floor. When I wake up, it's 100 million. I see. I wrote it on my ceiling, 100 million. When I turn like this, 100 million. Turn like this, 100 million in my bedroom. Turn like this, 100 million. My toilet, when I'm sitting on the throne, 100 million. This book will not pass me by. Whatever you look on, once there is a will, there will always be a way. I put a target on my mind, 100 million. And I put a time, 1 year. 1 year. When you put a target and a time, direction will appear. What is your target? What time do you have?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Can you hear me, sir? I'm sorry for everything, sir. I'm sorry. Sorry for the delay, sir. Happy Sunday,
Good
sir.
evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can hear you, sir. I can hear you, sir. We are live now
Okay,
on YouTube.
great.
Welcome to Reinvention Conference. Thank you so much for honoring my invite, sir. God bless you, sir.
Thank you so very much for
Thank
having
you.
me. It's a pleasure.
All right. Today, you'll be sharing on this topic. We share this topic with us, the people that rule the world, and what to do to be among those that leave a lasting impact on us for a lifetime. You know, this topic is scary. I can remember the time you spoke to me, sir, on phone. That day that you were talking to me. God, I swear, I was shaking. I was like, really? I've not heard this kind of thing before in my life. I've never heard it anyway. But the way you say that thing, I've not said anything again. You have to continue. You will say it here today for somebody to hear it. That day you called me, sir, if you see the way I control my voice, if you see my voice control, the way I was pitching myself, you know that this guy, something has happened to him. So the way he spoke to me that day, something really happened to me. He just like I will not no, I'm not surprised because of Urban King. So you know who you look up to determine what will come into you. So you were just disruptive in your talk. You were just disruptive. I was like, what is this, God? What is this? What is happening to me? That since that day, oh my God, I became extraordinary intentional about my life. Do you even know I was planning reinvention? But can you just after many days I spoke to you, I began to think again. My thinking pattern changed. I have to say, what am I doing in my life? What am I doing in my life? I have to change. That's why I bettered this reinvention after everything. I say, sir,
Awesome.
you call me and do this for us. And I'm happy that at last I got you. People saw the flight like, it's a lie, John, you will not be there. I'm like, hey, yeah. So this is it now. I really just ashamed my thank you, sir. Thank you for coming, sir. Thank
Thank
you.
you for calling. Thank you so. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much.
Very
God
good.
bless you. But
Thank you
before
for
you
those
continue,
powerful words.
I want to read about you.
Mm.
I want to read about. Let them know the person I'm bringing you. Let them know who they are seeing now. Okay, Mark Idiahi. I'm coming. Watch and see. He's a leadership coach, brand communication strategist. His career vision is to be involved in assessing the need for acquiring and implementing revolutionary strategies and systems to top-notch performance in organization through exceptional leadership approach. Akin to this, the development of enterprise technology that will optimize customer experience across all channels. It helps individuals and businesses alike to maximize the web for positive results. Mark Idiahi is a social entrepreneur developer, a leadership mentor, and sought after speaker on topics related but not limited to leadership, governance, growth, and collaborative development. He is fashion enthusiastic He is fashion enthusiast and the creative director of Mark and Charis Apparel. Makida is a certified chartered strategy manager for Chartered Institute of Strategic Managers and Leadership and Leaders CISML and a fellow of the Institute of Corporate and Public Administrators of Nigeria. He is the founder of World Academic Global Initiative and chief executive director at Uniting Innovation. He is reputed for quoting, be phenomenal or be forgotten. There's something that is not in this place, sir, and I will say it. There's something that is not in this profile. There's nothing that is destructive, and there's nothing that is the founder and the convener of Future Leadership Conference. I have to say it loud. Let me loud it. He's the founder and convener of Future Leadership Conference. If you know the speakers are going there, you know that this one is not more. The future speakers, my God, that was when I said, I will not play small, I will not play small, I'll play big. You see speakers in that year. I went back to check the page to see people that have spoke there for the past. I was saying, God, no, I've not started. And I say, Uber can totally touch you. He's a father figure, no. And I'm not going to be last. I will start where it stopped. And now we are moving. Look at what you're doing now, sir. God bless you, sir. Thank you for honoring my invite. Thank you so much, sir. God bless you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
I really appreciate it. Can I go
Thank
ahead
you.
now?
Yes, sir. You have
All
the
right.
stage.
All right. So, first of all, let me begin by taking time out to thank you for choosing to be different. A lot of young people are encumbered with life pressure and just barely trying to survive. But you have chosen to be a beacon of light. You have chosen to stand out. You have chosen that in your lifetime, you're going to make an indelible impact in this world. And that is something that I'm very fascinated by, and which is why you could pull me out here. I'm in a place, I've been on a journey, I've been having a series of meetings. This meeting was originally scheduled for 4 p.m. So if you see now I'm in the car, I have to pull over because I needed to attend to this because this is very critical. All right. So the topic is very succinct, it's very timely, and it's something that I am very, very passionate about. First of all, First of all, it might be to lay foundation for this. I need to let you understand that life is a marketplace. Life is a marketplace, and the beautiful thing about it, one of the profound thing about this marketplace is that there is not a single one of us that comes into this marketplace without the requisites, without being endowed with the requisite skill, motivation, inspiration to trade in this market. In essence, how much of life you can experience, how much of life opulence, how much of life trappings, so to speak, trappings of success that you experience, how much of fulfillment in life that you experience is going to be determined by what you bring to the marketplace. Incidentally, there are people that thought that when God were doling out gifts, they were left out of the hook. I mean, someone could say, well, maybe God didn't bless me with any gift. Maybe I wasn't specifically endowed with a particular gift. Maybe when God was sharing gifts, He gave me some leave of absence or something like that. But nothing could be further than the truth. That is your way of trying to exempt yourself from playing in the marketplace. That is your way of trying to exempt yourself from living significantly, because every single one of us, we've all been endowed with a gift. We have a gift. I love what Steve Harris will say. He will say that it is not what you don't have that limits you, it is you not able to maximize what you have that limits you. So, as a young person, I believe that I'm speaking to young people. Now, young in this context again is very relative, because in my own understanding, if you can still dream, if you can still envision a great future beyond the temporary, now, then you're truly young. Because I've seen a lot of old young men. I'll say that again. I've seen a lot of old young men, and I've seen a lot of young old men. And what is the difference? If you're young, let's say you're just in your 20s and you have stopped dreaming, you have stopped aspiring, you have stopped, desiring and dreaming to do something great beyond yourself, then you're truly old. But irrespective of the chronological phase that you're in, whether you're 60, 70, or even 80, if you can still aspire, if you can still dream, if you can still desire, if you can still fantasize about the possibility of you emerging and reinventing yourself, then you're truly young. So I began by letting you know that every single one of us, we came into this world with gifts. We came in here with talent. I'm going to reference a particular scripture for those of you that read the Bible. The master we were told that the master gave three people gifts. To one person, he gave 60. To the other, he gave 30. Then there was this particular one that I have issue with, because the master had issue with this same person. He was given one talent, and what he did with that one talent is mind-numbing. He went to a place, dug the ground, and he buried it. So when the master came back, he decided to, interact with them and have them give account of the gift that they've been given. So the one that has 60, 60 had multiplied it, doubled it. He had done business. I mean, he has traded with it. Like my mentor blessed memory will say that if in life if you can't sell, you cannot be rich. So he has sold, he has done business, done transaction with what he was giving, and he doubled it. So the one that has 30 did the same thing, and he doubled it. But there was this one. The Bible described him as being an hasted man. He was just too crafty. He thought that the master wanted to reap where he did not sow. That was why he gave him the gift. And you know what? He dug the ground and he buried it. And guess what the master disposition towards this young man was? He rebuked him, and he said that he's truly a wicked man. You see, some people think that when they don't give tithe and they don't give offering, God must be very cross with them. No. That is nothing. The anger in this context is nothing compared to the anger that God have towards people that do not live exhibiting or maximizing the gift that they be given. Because your gift is not for you. Your gift is not for you. Your gift is for the world. Your gift is for you to trade in the world. Your gift is for you to exchange value in the world. And that brings me to great innovators. And like I said the last time, I will say it again, that this world is ruled by dead men. This world is ruled by dead men. And every time I say this in any presentation, people often want to get, their eyes will be bulging out. Like, what is this? What is this man saying? How in the world can you say that this world is ruled by dead men? But you need to simmer down a little bit. Let me explain to you what I mean. I say to people all the time that if your gift, though you have left this world, though you have transited from being a terrestrial being to being a celestial being, though you have left this world, this plane, if your gift, your innovation is still here, and people are still having to do life and experience life with those great innovations that you invented, then you're not dead indeed. Now, let's take into cognizance some great innovators, for instance. Somebody invented twins, actually. They are called the Wright brothers. They invented the aeroplane. And even though they've long gone and they're no longer here bodily, terrestrially, but we are still having to do life and maximize life by their innovation, by their invention. I mean, I can't imagine you having to travel to a very long distance as far as Maiduguri, then you have to go by road. And just imagine the number of hours you have to spend on the road just because you wanted to travel from Lagos to that place. But just in 1 hour or 1 hour, 30 minutes thereabout, by boarding a plane, you could just find yourself in Maiduguri. Just imagine how they have simplified life. Because they came, not only did they came, they left an indelible imprint here on earth. I ask people all the time, how will you want to be remembered? Are you going to live here without a trace? That should be an aberration. That, in fact, if there's anything anybody should dread in this world, if there's anything anybody should dread, like, hey man, I'm scared, I'm afraid, it's you living this world without a trace of you. It's living this world without a trace, no digital imprint, no impact, nothing. Anyway, let's break this thing down. For you to be able to live maximizing your gift, first of all, you have to identify your gift. You have to identify your gift. A lot of us need to identify our gifts. Very, very critical. Then number two, we have to refine the gift. Because see, people say don't pay for unrefined gift. You may be so gifted in singing in the bathroom, nobody's going to pay for that, and you can't even commercialize that. No matter how good and how beautiful you sound in the bathroom, life will have to place a demand on you, and you have to understand that for you to come on the world stage and be able to maximize that and commercialize it, then you have to refine it. You may have to get in the studio and watch the song and work on your voice so that you can ultimately trade it. It's not about trading. It's all about trading. It's all about trading. You understand the concept. It's all about trading. And like I said, because life is a marketplace, you have to bring something to the market so that you can take something back. Many years ago, growing up, I lived with my grandmother. We lived in the village back then. And many years ago, I'm talking about 26, 27 years ago. So she does something that she used to do. She would take Gary to the market, and when she's coming back, she will come with fish. At some other times, she will go with cassava. When she's coming back, she will come with red oil. I was too young in my mind, in my elementary mind, to understand what was playing out here. But as I grew to become a young adult, I began to understand that this is indeed what is known as trade by barter. Is a concept whereby when you bring in something to the market, you take something in exchange of a commensurate value. Calm down, calm down. You bring in something of value so that you can take something of commensurate value, because people don't give something valuable for nothing that is not valuable. Let me say that again. People say don't give something that is valuable in exchange for something that is not valuable. So, which is why, whatever it is, whatever gift that you have, you don't want to be a mediocre people, because people don't pay for mediocre. People don't pay for mediocrity. So you have to be able to refine whatever gift that you've got. Then the third thing, after you have refined it, you have to trade it. Because if you can't sell, you cannot be rich. You have to learn to trade it. You have to learn to trade it. Let me tell you a little story. You know, someone went into an antique shop in Las Vegas. He wanted to buy gold, and he got into the shop and there was nobody. The place, there was this deafening silence. Nobody responded to him, and he was curious. How in the world could somebody leave such a shop, open? Nobody. Anyway, he was so hesitant and didn't want to leave in a hurry. But as he stayed back, he started hearing a very faint noise. Some noise was emanating from some place, but he really couldn't tell where the noise was coming from. But he didn't want to leave, so he stayed back in the place. Then, as he stayed back, the noise became a bit louder. So he decided to trace where the noise was coming from. So he saw a very dark alley. Walked into the place, and as he went further, the noise was getting more louder. So he finally got to a point where he said, "Oh, someone must be in there working on something." And he was right, because he eventually saw a man who was bent over, and this man was sweating, and he was working on something. And he said, "Hey, sir, I came in here to buy gold, but there's nobody to respond to me." And the man said, "Oh, I'm busy. I'm working on something. There's no how I can leave what I'm working on now." And the man was even more curious. He wanted to find out what he was working on that was so important that would make him not want to attend to him, because he has his money in his hand and wanted to buy gold. Then the man opened up and told him that, hey, he was in the process of refining the gold, and he can't leave it at the state that it was then, because should he leave it, it will go bad. Then this man asked a very profound, mind-dazzling question. And he asked him, at what point will you know when the gold you're refining has been perfected? Has reached his 100% perfection state. And the man said to him, once I can see my reflection in the gold, once I can see my reflection on the gold, then I can tell that the gold is perfectly refined. Listen to this. Every now and then, God will deliberately subject us to what I call crucible chambers. Crucible chambers are otherwise known as the refiner's furnace. And the beautiful thing about this is that People often pray away this furnace. They don't want to go through this furnace because it's painful, man. Eric Thomas will say, man, if you're in pain now, you have to get a reward from it. Don't just go through pain. My goodness,
Yes,
there has to be some,
get
there
a
has to be
reward
some
from it.
message. There has to be some message in that pain. Don't just go through the pain. But you see, life will
Yes,
push you and subject you to some pain. Life will subject you to some pressure. Life will subject you to what I call crucible chambers, which is otherwise
get a
known
reward
as
from it.
furnace. And the whole essence of this pressure, the whole essence of this pressure and this pain is to refine the gift that you have on the inside of you. Your gift has to be refined. Imagine what the gold has to go through. That is why people don't pay for raw gold. People don't cherish raw diamond.
Wow.
People don't cherish gold in their raw state. And can I tell you something? Every single one of us, we came in here as gold and diamond in the rough. But the onus, the responsibility is on us to subject ourselves deliberately. Listen to this. There are two kinds of pain. There is a pain of discipline. There is a pain of discipline. And the other is the pain of lack of discipline, so to speak. When you deliberately subject yourself to this crucible chamber in your bid to refine your gift, when you come out on the other side, people start seeing the bling bling and all the trappings and all the beauty and all the opulence and everything so desirable. I mean, everything is so on point. People now want to pay. People now want to identify with you. Now people want to hear you speak. Now people love the way you do the things, the way you do it. But they never know that before you got to this stage, you have to go through the crucible chambers. So I would tell you, never allow circumstances to make you think or believe that just because you are in a place right now that is called crucible chambers means that you are not valuable. No, it's your gift that is going through the refinement process. You are coming out on the other side. You are coming out on the other side so that at the end of the day, you will leave this world without a trace. You have to make up your mind that this world is going to experience your gift. You have to make up your mind that you're going to leave an indelible imprint in this world. You need to make up your mind.
My God.
Talk about the incandescent lights. The incandescent light was invented. Listen to me. Everything we are having to do with, everything we are having to do life with right now, the vehicle, the phone. Think about all the many innovations. The technology, think about all that is going on in the IT world, in the AI, and think about all the inventions. Just imagine. They were once a thought, just a thought in the mind of the inventors. They have the courage and the tenacity to not just dream about it, but they decided they were not just going to dream, they were going to wake up from sleep and make their dream a reality. Because you can be a dreamer and all there is to you is just dream. I tell people, if that is where it ends, then you are a failure. Because everybody can dream. But it takes truly great people to be able to bring their dream to fruition. You have to be able to, execute the dream. This was what I see in the dream. This is what I imagined. This is what I fantasized. This is what I dreamt about. But now, you have to take decisive, pragmatic step to making sure that you translate your dream, those dreams. No matter how lofty they are, they will remain just dreams. So you taking action to realize these dreams is you giving the dream wings to fly. I'll say that again. You taking a decisive action to make those dreams a reality is you unwittingly, deliberately giving those dreams wings to fly. Because let me tell you something, no matter how germane and how beautiful those dreams are, they will remain dreams if you don't take action. If you don't take action about it. So you need to make up your mind that you not just come here and be a spectator, because there are only two people as far as I'm concerned. We have those making things happen and those watching and imagining, just wondering what is happening. Make up your mind that you're going to be the one that people have to watch make things happen. You're not going to be the consumer that just consume everything, hook, line, and sinker. You're not going to be someone who takes in everything, just everything. No, make up your mind that this world will experience your innovation. This world will experience your gift. I already just told you the three process to this. Number one, you need to identify the gifts. Number two, you need to refine the gifts. Then number three, you have to sell it. Now, when it comes to selling it, this is when you have to deliberately make intentional effort to talk about it. Don't wait for somebody to promote you. Promote yourself first.
Yes.
Put yourself in the eyes of everyone. Let everybody know what you're capable of doing. Make up your mind that you blow your horn yourself. Make the noise on the last. You see, I have this quote that I quote all the time. I said that obscurity is the worst enemy of any brand. If you are not seen, you'll be forgotten. If you are not seen, you'll be forgotten. And unapologetically so. You have to be seen. You must make intentional effort to put your face out there, put your product out there, put your service out there. Let people know what you have. Let people know what you can do.
Yes.
All right? That is how you have to go about it. All right? So I don't know if I maximize my time. I just want to encourage you guys. See, you can be the best you can be. There's no limitation everywhere. Make up your mind. Make up your mind. Make up your mind that when it's all said and done, you will not be forgotten. My mentor of blessed memory left this world about 2 years plus ago. But today, we are still doing life. Just go to YouTube. It's as though he's not dead. Because truly, they are not dead.
Yes.
They are not dead. If your innovation, your invention, if your body of work still inspire the generation that you have left, then you are truly not dead. Now I'm telling you how not to die. I'm rounding up with this.
Yes,
I am telling
you
how not to die. If you don't want to die, let me tell you something. You must leave what I call digital imprints. You must leave a body of work. You must leave innovation and invention so that even though you are no longer here bodily, what those innovation then does is that they represent you and they simplify life for those that are still here. That way, you are not dead. You are not true. You are not dead. You are immortalized in our hearts. You are immortalized in our mind.
Then my God, fire everywhere.
The posterity is smiling on you now. I know that when Dr. King looks around, my goodness, he can say, wow, I didn't come here and just leave without a trace. Don't leave here without a trace. It's an aberration.
Yes,
it's an error. It's an error. It's an error. It's an error for you to come to this world and leave this world without a trace. Don't do it.
Yes,
There's something that you have that I need. There is something that I have that you need. And I'm demanding that you don't hold it back from me. Listen to me, brothers and sisters. This is not just about you. This is not just about you. It's about everyone whose life will be simplified. Everyone whose life will be transformed because you came. Because you came here and you live your best. And you refuse to settle for a life of mediocrity. Thank you so very much. And God bless you.
Amen. Thank you so much, boss. Thank you, sir. God bless you. Thank you. I know how to be feeling now after hearing you. You are a disruptor. Oh my God. My legs are shaking since I've been hearing your voice. I'm like, what is happening to me? Somebody cannot hear you and something will not happen to them. Something will happen to you. You listen to Brother Mark. Something will happen to you. Listen to Obon King. Something will happen to you. Listen to Ume Collins. Sir, thank you so much, sir. Thank you, boss.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. I want to ask one question before I leave, sir.
All right.
Can you please share your story, how you reinvented yourself and got to this level? Because I know you started from scratch. Just that story, that was all. Then we'll wrap up.
Okay. I was driven by my obsession. To make an impact in the world. And I understand that it has to take transform people to transform the society. It will take transform people to transform others. So I come to realize firsthand way back that if I'm going to be able to make any significant impact in this world, it has to begin with me first. So the change has to begin with me. So I embark on that journey to reinvent myself, to discover myself, to understand who I am based on the fact that God, I knew firsthand that God has called me to make that difference. So I didn't have it rosy growing up. I had a lot. My father died when I was 17 years old. I was left to myself, had to go to school myself, did a lot of things myself, made a lot of mistakes by myself. When my life began to take shape was when I look out for people, a lot of mentors, people who could mentor me. And I tell people all the time, it's not until you can hug and shake hands with people that you can say they are your mentors. People mentor me through their books, through their podcasts, through their messages. So I started reading books. I started listening and following Dr. Obon King. I started watching and listening to Eric Thomas. I started reading a lot of books, Think and Grow Rich, a whole.
Hello, Saida. Okay, maybe you have a call. Wow, I'm really enjoying this. His time is already up. Just want to end it up with his story. But I think he will be back now. But if he did not even come back, you have done everything. You have said everything. You have closed this session. So I want to appreciate Brother Mark. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Let me see if he's still here. Okay. Let me see. Okay. So share this video because you'll not see it again. No. The replay is not free. The replay will not be free. I promise you. So that's it. Let me go for a break. I'll come back and see if Brother Mike will be able to come back.
Hi guys. So one thing that I have come to love about this voiceover industry is the beauty of creativity. I mean, it's just one person like me, right? With multitudinous voices, like as many as I can create. It's so wonderful, right? And when you get into the booth, do your magic and come out, people are wowed. How sick is that? Anyway, then my personal favorite, number 2, is that I get to give life to words. Like, take for instance this particular experiment, right? I made a post on Facebook and now I'm voicing it. Isn't it just amazing? It sounds so different, so alive. That's the beauty of voiceovers. Anyway, so I am a voiceover artist. My name is Ikwo Uchenna Sunday, and I am the voice of Wise King, right? So if you want, to do something with a voice talent and you need a premium voice talent on it, give me a call, all right? And message me, send me a DM. I am the voice of Wise King. Toodles.
Okay. Brother Mark might not be able to come back. So I just answered my last question. But you have done everything. So I want to appreciate everyone who have been watching this video from day one to today. You are truly those who will be reinvented. So thank you so much. I love you. And goodbye. See you later.
2 things changed me totally. 1 was time and 2 was target. Once I put my time on ground and my target, I look like a madman. A man with a vision is a madman until the vision comes to pass. You cannot pull me out like this because I am hungry to win. Except you are ready to eat this kind of spirit, you are not making progress anywhere. A case in point, I just had Thinkation 2019. The year before that, I had 700 people. But this year, I said to myself that I wanted 5,000 people to register for it. In a space of 2 months, I had 7,000 people registered. When the event came, there were 3,500 people in attendance. So that tells me that I can do more. Once you put time on any project, time on any assignment, time on anything, it changes who your friends are. It changes who you talk to. It changes where you go. If your friends are the same ones you had 5 years ago till today, that means you have not made progress. If you want to change your position, get angry with your present condition. When you walk in faith, God shows up. Numbers chapter 1 verse 18, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 45 says if you are 20 years old, you are able to go to God. I expect you to get angry to find out how do you become independent now. Between the ages of 13 to 19, you should be training yourself to win, to dominate the market, so that by 20 you can take a decision. Tradition has held our boys and our women down. Stay in your house till they are 30, till they are 35 years old. Then when a man stays till 30 years old, what do you want the man to do? Because when cement has gotten dry, it becomes set. It becomes set. The problem with Africa, Nigeria, is free food. Because anybody that gives you free food stops you from thinking.
Change is hard. I know people make it seem like a walk in the park and they tell you to change yourself, reinvent yourself, go to 2.0 and all that, but it is a different story in the real world. As much as we would love to change, our inherent nature prefers to stay where it is, especially when we don't know exactly how to do it. Can you now see that the fight for greatness is between you versus you? And as you may know, reinventing yourself is an important step to staying relevant in today's rapidly changing world. This is why Ume Kolintibube, aka the Success Soldier, has brought together 12 profound speakers in a 6-day conference titled REINVENTION 2023, disrupting you for global relevance. The speakers are Awesomeness Eswabana, Ni Shoinka, Dr. Onyeka Chiemele, Jasper Ifeanyi, Shegun Manuel, Mark Idiahi, Emmanuel A. Amadu, Solomon Ota, Elisha Maman, Frederick Namdi Ibembo, Okoye Ijoma Dicta, Raymond Okpani. The panelist, the energetic EJ, Pressure Chukwemeka Wonsu, and the keynote speaker, Emmanuel Olatunji, EGA. Regardless of your background or status, this is your chance to redesign your life and transform into the next level you. Click the link anywhere around this video to register for this life-changing conference. See you there.
Two things changed me totally. One was time and two was target. Once I put my time on ground and my target, I look like a madman. A man with a vision is a madman until the vision comes to pass. You cannot pull me out like this because I am hungry to win. Except you are ready to eat this kind of spirit, you are not making progress anywhere. A case in point, I just had Thinkation 2019. The year before that, I had 700 people. But this year, I said to myself that I wanted 5,000 people to register for it. In a space of 2 months, I had 7,000 people registered. When the event came, there were 3,500 people in attendance. So that tells me that I can do more. Once you put time on any project, time on any assignment, time on anything, it changes who your friends are. It changes who you talk to. It changes where you go. If your friends are the same ones you had 5 years ago till today, that means you have not made progress. I am not afraid. I am not afraid of an army of lions led by a sheep. But I'm afraid of a pack of sheep led by lions. I came here to raise lions. I came here to provoke you. I came here to disrupt you. I came here to set that fire inside you. No matter the recession in the forest, a lion will never eat grass. Monkey know the bongo. No. A lion is not the tallest animal in the jungle. A lion is not the biggest animal in the jungle. A lion is not the fattest animal in the jungle. A lion is not the fastest animal in the jungle. So if you ask the lion, did you pass your fastest animal exam? He will say no. Did you pass the longest animal in the jungle? He say no. Did you pass the biggest animal in the jungle exam? He will say no. Did you pass the wisest animal in the jungle? So what did you get in fastest? F. What did you get in strongest? F. What did you get in this one? F. What did you get in this one? F. So in your school set exam, you get F, 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 F. No problem. But yet he's the king of the jungle. Your academics is not a guarantee for your success. Keep your first class one side. Keep your 2-1 one side. Keep your 2-2 one side. Show me your attitude. A lion will look at an elephant. He say, I will eat this. Because that is how he thinks. An elephant will see it and run away. It is not a function of your size. It is a function of your attitude. Walk to that person and say, you need to be in this platform. Otherwise, you will look for me tomorrow. Start talking to them now. Stop pitying them. Time is ticking. Tick-tock, tick-tock. Where are my lions? Can I hear you say, ahoo? So at this point in time, it is important that you know that decisions make men. What decision do you want to take today? What decision do you want to happen in your life? What decision do you want to see in 5 years' time? Everybody overestimates what you can accomplish in 1 year, but you underestimate what you can accomplish in 5 years. Stop thinking short term. Think about the long term. Money follows attention. You are too quiet for success. Once you make noise, you command attention. Hey. We don't show. Everybody was born naked. Everybody. There is nobody I know that came out with shoes. iPad, BlackBerry, nobody. Everybody came out naked. The only thing a baby comes out is the fear of falling down and the fear of a loud noise. Every other thing you learned to be poor. So if you're going to be successful, you have to unlearn poverty and learn success. Unlearn poverty and learn success. I was tired of 1,000, 5,000, 20,000. I was tired. My brother, small money is bad. So I wrote on my wall 100 million. I wrote it on the wall, big with paper. I will lie down by my bed on the floor. When I wake up, it's 100 million. I see. I wrote it on my ceiling, 100 million. When I turn like this, 100 million. Turn like this, 100 million. In my bedroom. Turn like this, 100 million. My toilet, when I'm sitting on the throne, 100 million. This book will not pass me by. Whatever you look on, once there is a will, there will always be a way. I put a target on my mind, 100 million. And I put a time, 1 year. 1 year. When you put a target and a time, direction will appear. What is your target? What time do you have? When you put a time and a target, you turn to a madman. The world does not excuse the road for human beings. It's when you are mad, the road will clear. Stop thinking about 500,000. When you have a time and a target, everything changes. Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, my mentor, my boss, says in Africa, when a gazelle wakes up, it has to run faster than the fastest lion, otherwise it will be eaten. It says also in that same Africa, when a lion wakes up, it has to run faster than the fastest gazelle, otherwise it will faster than the fastest gazelle, otherwise it will not eat. The moral of the story is whether you are a gazelle or a lion, when you wake up, laugh all you want. I am too busy building an empire. God bless you. Have a fantastic day. Ahoo! Ahoo! God bless you.